Meanwhile, here's Tim Legler, who's ready to go head-to-head with Hembo. Steph Curry could wind up missing the playoffs this year. With that in mind, Legs, who's the only active player to lead the NBA in scoring and miss the playoffs in the same season?
Well, I was trying to think of the guys, Greeny, that are playing that led the league in scoring at some point. I'm not sure if this guy missed the playoffs in that year, but is it Carmelo Anthony?
Oh, it's a good guess, but it's not right. The answer is Russell Westbrook, who led the league in scoring in 2015, and the Thunder missed the playoffs. That was a year in which KD played only 27 games. Chalk that one up for Hembo. Meanwhile, let's do some over-unders on the big game tonight. Legs, here we go. The over-under is 5.5 on Steph Curry threes for tonight. Which way you going?
I'm definitely taking the over. Look, it might take him a big number of attempts to get to that because I think the Lakers defense is really going to extend. But he might take 15 to 20 threes in this game, so he'll definitely make more than 5.5.
All right, let's talk about LeBron next. Combined total points, rebounds, and assists at 42.5 for King James. Which way are you going?
I'm going to take the under. I actually think LeBron is going to be maybe a little bit more in a playmaking mindset. And they've got a lot of guys, I think, on Golden State that can do a pretty decent job on him initially as a scorer. So I think LeBron is going to play a little bit more of a game, of a power game, and not as many field goal attempts. I think the scoring will be down, so I think I'll take the under on that.
Fair enough. And then finally, how about scoring for Steph? 36.5 points. Over, under?
I'm going to take the under. He'll be somewhere probably right around 30. But again, the Lakers, with their length, I think it's going to be a little bit different look for Steph Curry in this game. And obviously, this is the focus for the Lakers. If you allow Steph Curry to go for 40-plus against you and lose this game, there's no excuse because he is the sole target, really, that you need to take out. I'll take the under on 36.5.
All right, fair enough. And the Lakers are certainly well aware of that. Let me play you a little bit of this. This is how they are planning to stop Steph Curry tonight.
You know, we know who the head of the snake is, it's Steph. We got to do our best to contain him. It's going to be a team effort, not just all the pressure on the guards. We got to make sure we keep an eye on them and stay locked in on them at all times.
We anticipate they're going to throw the kitchen sink at Steph. Multiple defenders, different matchups, some blitzes, some shadowing, that type of stuff. We've kind of seen everything. Steph has seen everything.
So look, everyone has been trying to do that to Steph Curry the entire second half of the season and couldn't do it. So let me put it to you from the other side. What do you believe Steph Curry needs to do tonight for the Warriors to win?
Well, look, Steph Curry requires more communication defensively to play against than any player who's ever played in the NBA. And so I think Steph Curry is going to force that communication by being as active as we've ever seen him. And that's saying a lot because every night when you watch Steph Curry, he puts on a clinic with moving without the basketball. It's going to be even more important in this one, Greeny, because the Lakers obviously are going to try to be on point with their switches, with their hedges, with their shows, with their jump outs, everything that you need to do with their cross matches, picking up in transition. So Steph Curry has to be relentless with his off-the-ball movement, and what that typically does, it leads to really good shots for other people. The question is, are those role players going to be able to step up and make enough of them to make the Lakers have to adjust? And I'm talking about guys like Andrew Wiggins, who might need a 25-point game in this one. Jordan Poole, who has been sensational for them. Maybe a Kent Bazemore. You're going to need a lot of supplemental scoring from your role players because I think Steph is going to have his track shoes on from Jump Street, and that's what it's going to take against a Lakers team completely honed in on trying to slow him down, particularly at the start of the game. They don't want him to get off in the first quarter.
For sure. And so we'll see if Steph can put up 30 or 40. He's got a long way to go to match Jason Tatum. We opened the show this morning by showing his 50 points last night as Boston advanced, knocking off the Wizards. So my question to you here, Legs, is, are the Celtics a legit threat to Brooklyn in the first round?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think they are. As great as Jason Tatum is, it's not going to be enough. Without Jaylen Brown and having another all-star forward out there that can give you 20 to 30 every single night, I don't know how you have enough firepower if you're the Boston Celtics to be able to deal with what the Nets are going to throw at them or any other team for that matter. Jason Tatum, there's no doubt in my mind, is going to have a good series. He's going to score. Some nights will probably be more efficient than others. Kemba Walker has to be sensational, not just good like he was last night. Kemba Walker has to play like the Kemba Walker in Charlotte that was getting you 25 a night in order for the Celtics to make this a series. I think they can win a game and be in a couple of others, but at the end of the day, Greeny, I just don't know how Boston has enough defensively to slow those guys down, and then certainly, how do you have enough offensively to match them bucket for bucket without Jaylen Brown? It just seems too tall of an order for me. Jason Tatum is going to need to be the best player in the series for them to have to compete. And when you're going up against 3 Hall of Famers, that's a lot to ask because you know each night one of those guys is going to go off. So I just think it's a very difficult task no matter who got the Nets.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.